am Jennifer Breedlove. I am so happy to be here with you. We are going to uplift you and motivate you and help you get over any limiting beliefs you have so that you can live your very best life right now. Joining me off camera is my very good friend, Allison. You will hear her lovely voice, and we're here to have a conversation. And a conversation that I truly hope will inspire you to new action.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for having me, Jen.
For me, I'm in a chapter of my life where it's just about me being my authentic self, me sharing who I am with you. I want to share my story with you as to how I arrived to healing, happiness, and inner peace. And it feels so good to be on this side. And I want the same thing for you.
Tell us more about H.E.A.R.T.S and how you came to feel this, find this, form this. Because this was always in you, I think, for a long time. And how are you able to pull this method out of yourself, especially going through everything you've gone through in your own life?
H.E.A.R.T.S is a 6-step emotional action plan. I want you to know how to be the first responder to your own emotions. When those emotions rise up in you, and they're usually those negative, repetitive, painful emotions that are reminding you of the past or reminding you of your shortcomings. When you get in a state of emergency, I want you to have a go-to plan. So I put together an emotional action plan. We've all heard of an emergency action plan where we take care of our houses by having homeowners insurance, our cars by having auto insurance. But what plan do we have in place for our own emotional safety, for our own hearts? The purpose of it is for you to remember your own heart. So I just want you to do this with me right now. I want you to put one hand on your heart and one hand right here on your belly, right here where your soul, your intuition is, and just take a deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. I want you to do that one more time. Take a deep breath. Inhale, inhale, and then exhale. I want you to feel and connect with your heart. That is the place that is often most guarded. And the reason we guard our hearts is because we don't have trust in the environment that it's in. We may not have trust in the relationships, and usually that comes from something that happened in the past. And H.E.A.R.T.S reminds us to first check in with yourself. So what do I mean by that? The H for Hearts means honor. You always want to start by honoring yourself. We usually honor everyone else but our own hearts, and our hearts are always oftentimes talking to us and telling us and trying to communicate with us, but we haven't yet learned the language of the heart because we're usually externally focused. But I'm inviting you back into your heart, the thing that has always been there speaking with you. So how do you get there? Using simple terms, what I mean by honor yourself. We would all agree that we're human beings. We're a human plus a being. You want to honor your humanity. What do I mean by honor your humanity? Your journey, your life experience, life as it is unfolding for you, as it has unfolded for you. All of your experiences are currently shaping who you are. Honor every single version of yourself. The scared version, the happy version, the confused version, the version of you that gained clarity from the confusion, your strengths, your weaknesses. Honor yourself in every phase of life that you are in. Honor your being. Your being, that's the part of you that is non-physical. That's the part of you that is eternal. It's the part of you that is whole, worthy, beautiful, always there to lead you, always there to guide you, always there in the stillness of you, waiting for you to connect to it. That is your being. Honor your being. Check in with your inner being. See what your inner being has to say about you. You'll find out some pretty awesome things if you just check in with how your inner being feels about you. Next, E. E is for examine. Examine your thoughts, examine your fears. Why do you want to examine your thoughts and fears? First of all, you want to know, are these my thoughts? Where did I get these thoughts from? Are these mine or theirs? And theirs meaning they originated outside of you. And oftentimes growing up, we're programmed. We're programmed by the people who love us, the people who raise us, our community, our culture. But as you grow into honoring yourself, start to rediscover and examine, are these my thoughts? Do I truly feel this way? Is this what I want for myself? And start to carve out your own authentic path. And let's look at your fears. Fears oftentimes hold us back from pursuing the relationships we want, the life we want, the career path we want. But I want to invite you today to look at fear through a new lens. Look at fear as something that you want to understand. What are the fears communicating to me? It's often saying something that you need to understand and pay attention to. So if you fear sharing your authentic opinion, if I share myself and my true thoughts and feelings, my partner could leave me, or my partner could become upset. That's fear. And anytime you can sense a fear there, challenge it. Challenge it by turning it around. For example, if I share my true thoughts and feelings with my partner, it may create greater connection. At least they know who you really are and how you really feel. Your partner, yourself, and the world, and everyone who is engaging with you need to know and should know the real you. How are you showing up today? Let us see who you are, how you think, and how you really feel without anyone else's judgment of you, and that includes your own judgment of you. So let's challenge those fears by looking at it in a different way. What if I go out for that job? What if I get it? What if I don't? But to be in the pursuit of what you want and who you want to become is well worth it, and you are worthy of that. Next is A. A is to acknowledge your power. You have inherent power in you, and that is the power to have, do, and become anything you want. You have inherent power. Although things from the past have happened to us all, Lord knows I've gone through it all, but here I sit before you with the absolute clarity of knowing I have internal power, and so do you. And the things that happened to me in the past and the things that happened to you in the past, they have absolutely no power over who you are now and who you can become. So acknowledge your power. Next is R, reroute. Now that you have the energy back, because it's not frozen in fear, use that energy to create. Use it to create something, make something, do something. We all have inherent gifts and talents. Use yours. And usually when you're in the creator energy, using your gifts, your talents, you feel better. New ideas will come to you. Inspired thought will come to you. So use the R to reroute the energy to create the life that you want. Next, the T reminds us to trust ourselves. Trust yourself again. Give yourself another chance. Trust yourself and trust this 6-step process. Oftentimes, again, we trust everyone else. We trust the institutions. We put our trust in everyone else, everywhere else. But I want to call that energy back so you can begin to trust you. And don't be afraid. And finally, the S. The S brings us to surrender. Surrender all. Just surrender all. All of your thoughts, your fears, your cares, your expectations. Take a load off. Surrender all. And I invite you to this lifestyle because it brings about authenticity and inner peace.
What would you recommend someone to do who is maybe in the worst, most unsafe times of their lives?
Depending on what your particular circumstances are, if you have family or friends that you can call, by all means, call them. Reach out to someone else. Reach out. That wasn't available to me.
How do you begin to settle it down enough to even start to think of the process, to start the steps?
Wow, that is a great question. The question actually brings me back to my childhood when I was in the most unsafe spaces that a child could experience, when there was violence all around and uncertainty and fear. You can always go to a space within yourself, because this is what I had to do, and I still do it to this day. I say, Jennifer, you are safe. You are safe. And I have to remember the being part of who I am. My inner being is bigger than this, and it is indestructible. Though I'm in challenging times right now, everything changes. This too shall pass, but just start with, I am safe. And surely as you continue to believe in your safety and the bigness of your inner being, it will guide you to the safety that you are affirming. I did eventually get out of those very unsafe and unstable places, and I made it out with clarity and inner peace. Just start by breathing in, I am safe. You're putting something new in the world. Go in your closet, go in your secret place, take a breath and connect with your inner being, because it's always larger than what you are facing right now. And it has the power to get you through that situation. You are safe.
I think a lot of people would be looking to outside sources for safety and trust, or family members, even though that may be where a lot of the problems originate from. But knowing you and a lot of your backstory, you didn't have the help or support, anything someone might desperately need. And even though you had family that loved you, they were also going through the same things you were in their own way, maybe not capable to help each other.
Absolutely.
So to feel all alone in such overwhelming or terrifying circumstances, whatever it is to that person, to find the strength. Like, how do you find the strength when it's you? It's you and you've got to do this, or it's you and your kids and you've got to do it. There is no one, there is no lifeboat, there is no life jacket, there is no doorway. How do you create that? I mean, that's amazing that you could do that.
Thank you, Allison. The first emergency action plan is from you to you, because you will always be the first responder to you. You are the first one with access to you. I am safe. Depending on what your particular circumstances are, if you can call a family member or reach out to someone else, reach out. That wasn't available to me. So my reliance had to be first for my own inner well-being, for my own emotional health. It's just to start by telling myself that, and I believe so strongly in myself and my inner being that it will hear me and guide the way. But if you have family or friends that you can call, by all means, call them. I think life will always present us with what we need for the evolution of us, for the evolution of our souls, for the evolution of our growth. And it will make us face our fears. We'll have to challenge our fears. That is how we grow in our own authenticity. So when it is just you, if it's, I was a single mom, it was scary to leave a marriage, to walk away from a marriage with 4 children. That was very scary. I had no job, no education, or any way to support myself. I had built up enough trust from having gone through so much that I trust the process. I had to trust the process and fully believe that I have to have some impact and influence on my environment. Although I did it when I was younger and things will impact us all the time. But just my sheer belief that there's an inner being inside of me that is connected with me and connected with everything in this universe to help see me through this. And that is my belief, and I hope that you'll have a stronger resolve in yourself. And why would I choose to believe and choose to be resilient and strong? Because I had no other option. I don't want to live a life in victim energy, nor should you. I don't want to be helpless. I don't want to give my power away in hoping that someone else can fix my life, construct my life, or do anything, because that leaves you open for someone to do anything. But when you get in sync with yourself, when you are relying on you and your power, who can touch you?
That is very true. The most powerful person is you.
The most powerful person is you. Thank you for that, Allison.
And people will see that, especially someone who wants to harm someone else, because they're not going to take on someone in their beliefs.
You know, that is very true. Abusers, manipulators, they go to where they know that, and they can feel it. You can feel who's in alignment with that. So, quick funny story. A while back, I was online dating, kind of chatting with a guy right here in Houston. And I said, well, I'm about to go out of town, and we'll chat a little bit more, and then we'll meet when we get back. And so he asked for a picture of me and to save it with my contact. And I was like, well, okay, that's fine. And I finally made it back into town. We were to meet up for brunch. And I saw him walking up, and I walked up to him. I introduced myself. I said, hi, I'm Jennifer. And I could tell by how he's looking at me, he's standoffish. I said, you look like you're seeing a ghost. And we went on in and we sat at the table, and I could just see everything in him was looking like no, like no. And he says, excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom. And he's in the bathroom, and just deep down inside, something told me he's not coming back. He left. And so I just took a deep breath. I left the restaurant, and I got in my car, and I messaged him like, what happened? At least give me the decency as to say why you're leaving, or what was it, or what happened. And he didn't respond, and then I said, at least give me a response. And he says, that's not you in the picture. And he sent me a picture of someone else. I said, I think you saved someone else's picture with my number. And whatever his intention was, I wasn't a fit for it. So I could see right there, and he could see that there wasn't an alignment. It's interesting that you're always in alignment with the people that you need for your next step of growth and evolution, and a different one can't come.
Well, and that just, again, shows that your journey was not his journey at that moment.
We're not meant to journey together.
No, and it's good to know that probably sooner than later.
Yes, absolutely.
And maybe in his journey, he'll come to a point where he can be confident enough to maybe man up next time and just give you the courtesy, or the next woman the courtesy. He's got things to learn. we are joking, but that yes, you're on different journeys, different paths. It doesn't have to be, it's in your outlook. So many things have happened to you where you could have had a very, very different outlook on life and people and men.
It's easy to say, what's wrong with me?
Right, but it wasn't really anything about you. It was
Yeah,
all about him.
It was about him.
Yes.
And that is true on every subject. Everybody is living their lives and their journeys. And we think it's about us. It's truly through their own filters. It's truly through all of their processed and unprocessed pain.
Yes.
Whatever he was facing, he was not ready to face this. And I'm glad he wasn't.
It's gonna take the right person for sure, and you deserve the right person. We all do. Yeah. I just want your audience to know that following your own steps is what actually finally bubbled to the surface what the steps were, because you were subconsciously already doing that for yourself, maybe as a way to survive and get through. It is, I think, an everyday way of life to put yourself first and to be intentional. Things might not happen immediately. No. You might still feel rejection. Oh, yes. I mean, I'm sure, like this is not overnight for you, is what I want people to know. But
it's really, really not.
You persevere and keep rising above it all.
We are so worth the fight. We don't know that we're worth the fight. And looking back, in retrospect, there really is an order to our lives. That's why I say trust the journey. Our lives are truly taking us somewhere. What is guiding where we're going is what we've resolved within ourselves. So that's why it's so important to begin to resolve those fears, resolve those insecurities, because if it's not, that's what's leading. It's leading you to face it and find the power that you have and the true belief that you have in yourself, that you can really have what you deserve in this lifetime on every subject.
Well, I think you've given everyone a really beautiful action to make that happen in their lives. I hope that they know that they are strong enough. If they are feeling a connection to you, I hope they know that they can put their trust in you as well.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you. As I put my trust in their being, and the cool part about my inner being, it really is connected to the one, to the oneness, to the allness. So we have access to all power, to all intelligence, to all love, to all that we need. And as we grow on these journeys, we'll realize that we're not just connecting to it and checking in with it, but we are that. We are it. And that's the most powerful realization that I've had. At first I thought I was a human just here having an experience. I learned that I'm a being in a human experience. And that was the game changer. It helped me connect to my own magnificence, to my own authenticity, the authenticity of me, the bigness of me, to the spirit that is the connector for all of us.
And people are going to hit bumps in the road, and some of those bumps are going to be feeling like it's dismantled any progress you've made. But do you ever throw your hands in the air and wonder why?
Of course, that's a part of my humanity. Yeah. That's a part of my human experience. It's like one thing goes wrong and the next thing and the next thing, and it could be a bunch of simple things. It's like, no, why? But it's all a part of it. But I truly make talking to myself, I literally say, You can do it, Jen. Let's go. You can do it. Come on. What's the next step?
Do you have affirmations, specific ones that you do, or just whatever?
The biggest one I use is the one I needed the most from childhood, and that's I am safe.
Okay.
Even in this, I am safe. And that's a big one. I use it often. It just recenters me. It just makes me grounded to say, Jennifer, you are safe. And along with I am safe, another one that I use often is I am secure. I am secure. When your security originates with you, who can shake it?
No one.
I am secure. So I am secure, it means I'm secure if you come, I'm secure if you go. I'm secure in all terrain, in all weather, in all conditions. When it's up, I'm secure. When it's down, I'm secure. If you love me, I'm secure. If you hate me, I'm secure. Because it's my security. It belongs to me. So that's another one that I use often. I am loved. I am seen. I tell myself the words that I once felt deprived of. I tell myself the words that I needed to hear. I ask, why should I give another voice greater value and weight than my own? Yes, did I need my father to say, I see you, you're worthy, you're beautiful, and you belong here. When I was younger, I felt like I needed that. But now I can say those words to myself. Now I can say it to myself. Not only am I saying it to myself, but I absolutely mean it. And when you believe that of yourself, you could say it to another person. Now you have something to give. So when they feel like they're looking outside for words, you can redirect them that the power of their own words and their own voice and their own convictions about themselves, it has weight, it has merit, and it has value. So you now can say to yourself, I see you, and you are worthy. You are beautiful, you are powerful, and you deserve to be here. And what you bring is exactly what is needed at this time. So it helps you to move forward and not need, because you have the power to meet your own needs. I try to live in a state of I shall not want. I shall not want. I do all that I can to fill my own cup to overflowing. So whether you come or go, in or out, that's your journey. As long as I'm filled to overflowing on my journey, I'm at peace. And that's what I want for each of us. Not to walk around empty and try to plug into this one and that one and into this relationship and that. Plug into your heart. Plug in here. You plug in your cell phones to recharge. Plug into your own heart. Recharge and refuel yourself to overflowing. And it is the beginning of the life that you've always wanted.
I think there is a lot to be felt and heard in everything you've just talked about. So thank you.
Thank you, Allison. For more information, follow Jennifer Lynn Breedlove. Keep shining. Share this with someone else who shines, so together we all shine brighter.